This is going to be a little time consuming. It wouldn't be if it was always the same screen. You can already see Jimmy Dore swing sideways. Gonna try to include the whole 40 minutes from yesterday. Dore was on Combo Couch. He was a lot more promoting these people. You can see Jimmy Dore using his hand to guide himself with the teleprompter. They give it away. If you watch their hands, it gives away the location of where they're reading because it's in their manual to cause distraction. They're faking that they're in a Zoom meeting. I've been in some Zoom meetings. I'm not going to go into my personal private life, but a lot of us, probably most of us, were in Zoom meetings. Jardula is not even, they're obviously not looking at each other. There's Dore going sideways. This is where it's 100% proof that they're scripted. You can even watch Jardula reading. I've just been at this for a year or two, probably 2 years. I'm kind of bad with time. Like time blind. Get this at half speed. I should have shut off the volume because I have headphones plugged in to block the sound, but I can hear. It sounds like that Charlie Brown, the Peanuts, the teacher voice, blah blah blah. So the main thing, this is at half speed. Jardula is reading. It's not logical. If you have to watch these shows a little bit, you have to absorb it. Once you realize they're scripted, well, I can only speak for myself, but once I realize they're scripted, it makes me so mad. But after a while, I'm not mad. I'm like, how come it doesn't go viral? That I proved they're junky, scripted junky trash. Jimmy Dore's the scum of the. Jimmy Dore's like as low as you can go as a human. If you watch him, his tongue's jutting. He's a coke addict. He's the bottom. He spit into Alex Jones's face. He was part of that psyop, or it's called an agitprop for the word. They're those fake quote signs that they all love to. That's one of the first things I noticed a couple years back. This is at half speed, about a half minute left of this part one, then Fiorella's showing up. All you have to do is slow down the speed. YouTube even allows it. You don't even have to download anything. There's Dore with tardive dyskinesia. He's a junkie. These are the lowest. Young people should not have to see this crap. These people should not be on the screen for all of us. I'll be back. This is very time consuming to format. So I decided I'm not gonna do that for the whole 40 minutes he was on. That is at half speed. Sorry for the distractions I put in there, but I sort of like those. I use that as controlled, deliberate distraction that enables me to focus in on what matters, which is the bottom screen of Jimmy Dore reading from a script. He's got easily to prove facial movements from cocaine You can see it in his jaw. One can see him reading right there. Once you pinpoint where they're reading, it's over. It's done. Jimmy's very good at this. He's wearing old man's glasses to obscure his pupils. Not sure how much editing I'm going to do of sounds popping up. It's too time consuming, like I said. There's some tongue juts. I think they contour their mouths to have better control over the tongue. I pity anyone who has tardive dyskinesia. That's why I went after psychiatry so much. I think it's just not. His eyebrows just popped up and then he did a disgusting tongue jut. I used to notice this stuff going on as a kid. We all did, the older people. And I thought that was just old people getting old and that's what happens. But no, I think what it means is outside of the Parkinson's people. I'm going to keep talking even though this is going to run out. Maybe I'll add video to this that I haven't seen yet. This is good. I'm in front of a screen, but I'm not looking at anything. That film ran out. This is too time consuming for me to keep reformatting when they go to different screens. So what I'll do is I'll find the next spot where they're in that same location and I'll just keep doing that. If I go further than some more of this specific format they were using, then I'll go to when they had Jimmy full screen. But otherwise, I think this is actually what I've done so far enough to prove it that Jimmy Dore is scripted. The whole thing is scripted. I uncovered it. I had the time and inclination to crop out the eyes and do all this stuff I'm doing. I'd rather have continuous video to speak over instead of this 5-minute chunk system. But it's this type of thing that I did that seems to have been the most effective to show that it's scripted, that it's all fake. So Jimmy Dore is tied to the hip of all these weird shows that are scripted. And then when you see him on these shows outside of his own format, it becomes very easy to see that Jimmy Dore is just another actor on internet posing as independent media. That's my scoop. It's called a scoop. Made a few adjustments. It's 6:58 a.m. Saturday, January 7th. I put the full screen and the little one to the left in the middle. Jumps around a lot. I slowed it further down to 0.25. Anyone can do this on YouTube. Trying to get people to think differently within the box. It's like those Buddhist monks, they kick us in the butt frickin' smack us with the open hand on the head, and they go, now you understand, grasshopper? Try to do a little German accent there. I think if you're not allowed to do an Asian accent for some reason. But go ahead and do the Germans, and no one... Oh, nasty tongue jut from Dore. I hate to go personal, but I do like to go personal. Why am I being a hypocrite? Jimmy Dore outed. I got him admitting to going on tours. I think in Afghanistan. It's either Iraq or Afghanistan. So Jimmy Dore has a military connection. I'm all caught up on stamps momentarily. That's why I'm pounding out another video here. This is much better having them at 0.25. I minimized the archive video of Jimmy because it was distracting myself. Jardul is up to something there. He's got a really odd smile. So you set it at 0.25, it becomes fairly clear. So what's Jimmy looking at now? So now I bet he's looking at Jardula. I didn't put that thing on the left long enough. I'll fix that for the next round. There's still close to 2 minutes left before I have to see what's up. I'm not paying for movie software. Microsoft updated their movie software with the computer. It's awful. And I think they force you into a cloud. I don't do it that way. It's not difficult at all to make videos. So is Jimmy daydreaming right there? Is he napping? Or is he reading? Later on in this, I noticed he had his tongue jutting out a lot. It was very cringeworthy. I'll try to find that before wrapping this up. I don't know how much longer I'll go with this. It's starting to get annoying. I haven't done my Tai Chi yet. Now we're into past 7 a.m. I already have my orange juice and coffee. It's time for me to up my game within the specific day system. Right, that's a white tablet teleprompter. Once I located that on fault lines, it seemed that's when the reverse psyop on them, I think that's when it kicked in. So they're well aware that a lot of people now know that they're scripted. Jimmy Dore must know it. They're in denial if that, or they know it. I'm going to make this the second to last. It's 5 minutes here, and then 5 more after. They use multiple teleprompters. It's most noticeable with Poinkinen on Rockfin. Poinkinen he'll have like 5 options, and one could, I bet, chart his movements. He's just popping from 5 different points. So a computer program, I bet, could do the work for us. It would show the horizontal, it could track the horizontal movement. Reading is horizontal. They have all these different spots to look at to get the words. That's why slowing it down, in my opinion, is necessary. Putting them on mute is necessary. Cropping them out so you don't have their hands flapping around in your face is, I think, is necessary. This is at a quarter speed. The little box to the right is he's at regular speed. You can see him yapping, yap, yap, yap. So when it's slowed down, one can see exactly what's going on. He's on this show like 40 minutes. We're only looking at a little bit of it. He went horizontal right there. It's science that he went horizontal. Right there he's looking. That might be a spot where he can read. But he's not at that front view. He's very good at it. He's barely moving his eyeballs. But he is. Then right there is the shift. That typewriter ka-ching shift. He moved his head closer to the camera, which I think is a teleprompter. One sits at an angle. These scripted people sit at an angle, so they're diagonal. The teleprompter's close to the camera, but they use the angles. They use the distraction system. But pure science would show that he's moving sideways. These aren't conversations. They are busted. I busted them. They can hide it here and there, but they can't hide it indefinitely. It's starting to show a lot easier, right? This last several seconds, I think. This will be it, the last 5 minutes. Worked a little more at it. This should be much better for format. Jimmy Dore's outstanding at hiding. He is reading. While I'm working on this software, I am looking at a small screen when I'm doing the voiceover here. When I put it together, I'll see it widescreen, and it'll be easier. He's squinting. I ran through this a little bit. I don't cherry pick. Repetition does help with observation. The objective is to prove or disprove whether Jimmy Dore is scripted. If he's scripted, then that is a conspiracy proven. And it's an easy step to know who they would be working for. So I'm saying they have options. They would love to look directly straight ahead the whole time at one teleprompter, but I think it's their strategy to use multiple teleprompters and to constantly shift. So I think there's one straight ahead or to that diagonal angle. Right there, I think he's reading it. He's bobbing a little bit. I don't want you to go blind, going straight up to the screen, following his eyes. I'm pretty sure someone could do this a lot better than myself. Just give me the scoop credit for observing it and putting it together. I don't know how they're getting away with this to this day. It's a year or two later. I've been cropping out their eyes. Okay, we're under 2 minutes to go. I'll throw some tune at the end of it. I'll throw a tune on the end of it and keep rolling this film, so there'll be some extra. I don't know if I can find where he seemed to have his tongue jutting out for a long time. It's too much work. I apologize. Truly. So what's he looking at? So that would be a second teleprompter to his left. About a minute to go. Plenty of time to prove or disprove. I don't cherry pick. I don't feel it necessary. Moved his head forward. I think he's looking at that other. Yes, he's looking elsewhere. Now he's back. I think he got a quick read of the straight ahead one, but that he's been looking at other options. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Time after time, I tell myself that I'm so lucky to be loving you. So lucky to be the one you wrote to see in the when the day is through. I only know what I know. The passing years will show. You've kept my love so young, so new. And time after time, you'll hear me say that I'm so lucky to be loving you. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun,